What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Mindful Reality, the channel that covers reality TV and life from a mental health perspective. It's your boy Mark. It's Saturday. It is January 3rd. January 3rd. So now we're 3 days. We're day 3 into the new year. The new year and the old year, they look kind of the same. There's a different number at the end. There's a 6 instead of a 5. But I'm trying my best to turn over a new leaf in some sorts. Not a new leaf, but things that I've been actively working on, personal goals. I'm trying to be more committed to reaching those goals than I was in past times because one thing about me is I will start working towards something and fall off the goal real quick. With that. Um, yeah, I will start a goal and I'll be really temporarily committed to that goal, and then one day I fall off a little bit, and next thing you know, here we are. So this is going to be a relatively short one. Not relatively, this is going to be a pretty short one. But I just wanted to check in with everybody, see how everyone is doing so far. Mental health check. How are you feeling? Let me know in the comments. How has your year been treating you so far? Was your 2025 good or bad? Are there things that you want to move past, or is it like the year ended too soon because things were going so good? I know that in my life I've had many times, many ups and many downs, and I've kind of learned to just live in the moment because life isn't about time, it's about moments. What I mean by that is if you're doing something and you're having a good time, it seems like it only lasts for a moment. If you're not having a good time or you're going through a hardship, it can seem like forever, but it's all the same. It's all the same amount of time. Like, I remember going through those time periods in 2023 where, my dad was on his way out. And I remember feeling like these are the worst times I'm ever going to experience in life. And I feel like there's no end to this. This is just going to go on forever. And, when he wasn't here anymore, now I was here like, as much as I want to say those times were so bad, there were things that I enjoyed about those times. There were things that I liked about those times. Would you oil up for some AutoZone wings, Mark? Thank you for being a 27-month member. Time goes by fast, man, because I remember I made this channel. Well, obviously, it's now more than 2 years ago. So if we're in January and you've been a member 27 months and you became a member when I first made the channel, that's about 2 years and 3 months. 2025. So like 2024 October or something. October, November, December. Yeah, something like October. Oh, you became a member on my birthday. That was probably like right when I became monetized, because actually I made this page at the beginning of 2023. Yep. I made the page during the Big Brother off season 2023 at the beginning of the year. At the suggestion of Kamisha. Shout out to Kamisha. Kamisha Reviews. And she recommended at that time that I have two separate pages, one page for my mental health content and one page for my reality TV content, so that it's more of a niche, and it's easier for people to find when they search it up, because people were telling me they had a hard time finding my music and mental health page. And then for a little while, I had 2 monetized pages, but the YouTube gods give it and the YouTube gods take it away. So they took away the monetization on the music and mental health page, and I tried to get it monetized again, and it didn't work out. So I do this page, and I kind of just this is basically the same page as the other page at this point. It's the same page as the other page. It just has a different name. I got like $3 left in my bank account. 27. So it's 27 months, and you pay $3 a month. 54. What? 81. I believe that's $81. Thank you for your $81 that you have contributed to my page. It has helped tremendously with keeping the lights on. I would thank everybody else, but knowing me, let's say that I have 13 members right now, I'd remember 12, and then the one person that I would forget would hit me up and be like, I'm so offended that you didn't remember my name. So that's why I just say a blanket thank you. I'm saying a thank you to you because you put your membership comment on there. But for everybody else, you know who you are. Everybody is appreciated, especially because I know that for my memberships, even though they are cheap, I used to have membership videos and membership only videos. I do use the membership only chat. I have a few membership only stickers and stuff, but I know that everybody who has a membership just does it because they support me in general. That's the reason why I had no problem giving that $50 away in that raffle, that Christmas raffle. I might do it twice a year. I might end up doing it an extra time for the year in 2026. I just don't know when. I gave one for Christmas. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I'll think of something else. I remember when you would go live on both and we had to guess which channel you were live on. That was the fun. That was the fun times. Guess which channel I'm live on. Be right back. 420 back. I'm upset that my glasses broke. I had a nice pair of glasses and they broke on me, so now I don't have them anymore. I feel like this Gabe comment is gonna go left, but I'm debating whether I should wait and see what I'm looking for. Every time somebody says look or wait or I have something to say, usually comment number 2 makes me block them, so I don't know what's going on. Your glasses broke. Now people can't call you Rick Ross anymore. Oh, they still will. They will not stop calling me. They will not stop calling me Rick Ross. That's just gonna be a thing. They call me. They play this game of guess how many different black people that I can call you. Okay, let me think of some of the names that they've said. You're a fan? Well, thank you for being a fan. So they've called me Rick Ross, obviously. They've called me Kanye West. They've called me Dwayne Wade. Let me see. Who else? Rick Ross. Dwayne Wade, Kimbo Slice. There's other ones. Oh, there was this one guy. I can't remember his name because I didn't actually watch the show, but he was on some New York show. The name, the name is slipping out of my hands right now. I can't remember, but people have just called me a whole bunch of different black people that don't look the people that they have called me. They don't look anything like each other, but yet I look like all of them. How I look like all of them, I don't know. Black with a beard? Ooh. Someone called me Morris Chestnut one time, and I was like, I don't look like him either, but I'll take that as a compliment, regardless of the fact that we look totally different. Sometimes they'll call me someone, and they're like, you look just like such and such, and I'm like, I don't know who the person is, and but then I'll Google them to see whether it's a complimentary comment or not. I'll be like, I don't know who Bob James is, but let me look up Bob James. Ooh, okay, so Bob James, rich, good looking, okay. I can deal with not looking like that person for real, but you thinking that I'm that person for whatever reason. Who is this? Annabelle? Annabelle? Hi, Annabelle. That's what your name is. Let me see. Who's the number one people? If you could pick somebody to come back to my channel, I'll tell you who I would pick, right? People that have not been on my channel for a long time that I wish would be on the channel. Betty James. That one's for you, Ma. Ma misses Betty James greatly. So I miss Betty James also. Let's see who else. Holly, original OG Holly, not Holly Fabiano, but the original Holly who was on my first ever live. Let's see. Nikki Shorts. Yeah, free Betty James. Nikki Shorts. Nikki Shorts, if you all don't remember Nikki Shorts, Nikki Shorts was the person who used to make, during season 24, she used to take all the Monte stuff and make these like 1 to 3 minute short videos that summarize everything that happened with them for the day. I used to love those videos. And she used to come on my live sometimes. Who else? Who else? I'm trying to think who else has not been on here. We had a whole Wisconsin connection. I remember when Ma first came on, there was like Ma, there was Holly, and there was Janet. Ma, Holly, and Janet. They were in an alliance. Retro is still around. Retro hasn't been on my channel in a while, but she's still around. But yeah, I used to do a lot of lives with Retro back in the day. Let's see, Retro. There's a lot of people that were on that original music and mental health channel. Like I can't even. It's hard to even remember because it feels like it was a lifetime ago. But most of my mods from that channel are no longer here. Patty Bell. That's right. Patty Bell. Holly was on a lot too, but Holly was not connected to you. Patty Bell, you guys all used to jump on from probably from Cliff Notes, right? You all came from Cliff Notes. Shout out to Cliff Notes. Cliff doesn't know me, but I have been on his live a few times. Nothing against his live. It's just that I don't really watch other people's lives anymore. Oh, I can start those people. I can shout out those people because when I first started, the lives that I used to watch, the first recap channel that I ever watched was oh god, why am I now not able to remember the name? I'm gonna remember it as soon as I get off here. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. But anyways, as far as Big Brother lives are concerned, Ori streams. I eventually made my way to find Rob Has a Podcast, TV Talks with Tom, and this is gonna be the only time I ever do this. So, because y'all know I don't be giving channels love that don't give me love anymore. AT2, Cat Dunn's channel. I watched a little bit, but I always tell people the one channel that made me want to start my channel was Big Brother Boy, and the reason why Big Brother Boy was the one out of all these different channels that I watched that made me want to do it myself was honestly because I watched all these channels and I was just like, these channels, they're really good with the technical stuff. You know, they're good with the interface and with the backgrounds, and you know, they're good with all that kind of extra stuff that goes into making a channel look professional. So then I stumbled upon his channel, and I was like, he's kind of quirky. He just says whatever is on his mind. I'm like, he makes most of his videos with his phone at a graveyard. So I kind of just said, man, if his channel can get popping like that, I guess I can just be myself, and perhaps my channel will gain some traction too. It has never gained as much as those other channels, I will say that, but it has its own lane. Some people like my channel. Some people say you're the only channel that I watch. Some don't. Some see me in the list, in the big list. Oh, I wanted to shout out Shanna also. Shanna's not on here, I don't think, but that's another one of my OG members and one of the most loyal channel supporters I've had over the years. Yeah, I think Big Brother Boy, it's funny because I mean I can't speak on his aspirations when it comes to this stuff, but it just kind of seemed like he stated that he applied for Big Brother a bunch of times. So I feel like his main goal was to get on Big Brother, and when he put in all these different applications and they didn't succeed, I feel like he was just kind of like, I'm still a fan, but I'm going to do other things with my life. I kind of feel like that's what happened with him. Good thing Ma is a mod too, because I almost deleted the comment. Cass, you barely delete anyone's comments. And then the one comment that you almost delete is your bestie sleeping at the wheel. You are asleep at the wheel, my friend. You're going to be his guest again around September. That's what's up. Guys, I'm going to bring on, you know the guy who beat me at Jordan's Champ Camp? So I'm gonna have him on my channel. I don't know when, but hopefully sometime soon. So, I used to have a lot of guests on here, but I have not really done that so much recently. But I'm gonna have him on here, and we can chop it up. The guy who beat me in the challenge where I injured my leg. So he's on my Instagram. He's one of my Instagram friends, and I asked him if he'd be willing to jump up on my YouTube channel and discuss his experience at Champ Camp. And I mentioned yesterday how the other guy who was on my team, who I made that video about how I was really pissed about how I got voted out after the first challenge, and I said like him and his girl were together, so I knew that there was no chance of me staying when they said one person out of the team of three is getting voted out. Um, yeah. But then he was like, that's not how it happened. He put on my comment section, that's not how it happened. Maybe it's not exactly how it happened because I guess she was not his girlfriend, but it is pretty much how it happened. Everything else is true. And that part wasn't a lie. I just didn't know. I just didn't know that they were not a couple, but it's neither here nor there to what I was saying. They were two people who knew each other when we got there. And that means when you're in a team of three and two of the three people know each other, you are at a disadvantage when they say, oh, one person has to go. Because now you're like, okay, you two came together. Granted, they didn't vote me out. I had to play a game of rock, paper, scissors, and I lost the rock, paper, scissors 2 out of 3. But regardless, you're late and you almost deleted my comment. I don't know who's the employee of the month. Like, December kind of came and went fast. I know that Cass and Chocolate were actually close for the month of December, and recency bias, which is a term that Van Hoot kind of taught me. Recency bias kind of tells me that Cass is the employee of the month, and by that I just mean Cass has been on here consistently recently. So yeah, I tend to feel like Cass is the employee of the month for December. I was trying to remember Van Hoot. Van Hoot is another OG. Okay, who's gonna get that one? Thank you. You called it. And the PFP had troll all over it. Let me see. Yeah, I see it now. Hi. Can I get $20 on 10? Thank you. Oh. The PFP looks like choline. Alright, this gas station, I normally would not fill my tank at this kind of gas station. Yeah, Cass is actually paying attention for once. That's amazing. Good job, Cass. Cass paid attention and called it beforehand. Normally, when it's just Ma here and Ma's the only mod, Ma blocks everything. When Cass is the only mod, I'll be sitting here and these trolls will just be going crazy. And then Cass will be like, sorry, I was listening to you and then I drifted off. My mind just drifted off somewhere and I just got back here. Or like I just put you on and you were just talking in the background. Cass does not be taking out that many trolls. Ma is number one when it comes to taking out trolls. Chocolate is probably number two. Chocolate will catch more of my lives, but Ma is heavy-handed with the blocks. But honestly, that's the same way that I would be. If it was just me and I didn't have any mods, I am always on block first, ask questions later. Block first, ask questions later. That is me. Teamwork. We both got it. That was lit. Let me see what the message was. Hard to... Ew. That is gross. That is gross. No. I feel like someone has probably made a comment like that before in the past, but... What you do while you're alive, your prerogative. Don't let me know. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Please don't let me know. I'm begging you. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what you do while you watch my lives. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of knowing that information. Um, One time Ma got to a block so fast that I thought I was blocking it and I unblocked it by accident because I was like. list. And I said, I only realized because everybody asked about you so much that it made me go in and check. Sure enough, there you were. Let's see. What should I do? My neighbor is forcing me to move out because I stomped her dog through her door yesterday. You could have left that one alone. I mean, yes, it was a troll comment, but sometimes I like to ask questions and see what they're going to say, just for funsies. Like, hey, what sound did the dog make when you stomped it out? Like, did it squeal? Did you squeal? Were the cops called? Standard stuff. Take your problem somewhere else. Sometimes they be doing those comments like, they're like, hey, I have my first girlfriend. Sorry about that. 1 second. They be making those comments like, hey, I just got my first girlfriend, but I don't really like her. I'm only with her because I don't want to be alone. What should I do? How should I dump her? And I'm like, I don't know. What does she look like? Is she blonde or brunette? Is she tall or is she short? Are you like her main man or like her side man? Sometimes I like to just entertain myself in that way. Bro, you can't be stomping dogs at the crib. I can't take animal abuse. Well, let them tell them themselves. And then we take this video and have Cam submit it as evidence in his police report. So we're doing a service to the community. Community service. We service the community by getting rid of the animal abusers that want to tell on themselves on my channel. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. You shot me down. Bang, bang. Okay. She's a redhead. She's 5'3". She's 135 pounds. She likes dogs, but not when they are getting stomped. Cam might be right. I am a police officer. She sounds like a baddie. She sounds like a mindful baddie. Mindful baddies. You're off key. If you don't see anybody on the screen, then you don't know who's singing. You're off key. You made a second trip to New York, and you're actually the one who is singing in the background. Ha! I just exposed you. I just exposed you for the fraud that you are. How about that? Marcast. Or should I say fraudcast? Fraudcast. Her name is Natasha Leone. I like that name, Natasha Leone. Natasha Leone is a nice name. What do the rest of y'all think? Is Natasha Leone a nice name to y'all, or just me? better, but unfortunately, I'm only going to be on here for another 5 minutes or less. But I do what I can. I try to give the people what they want. Try to give the people what they want. Y'all can thank chocolate for the extra 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes. Alright. Did y'all see the Big Brother players? Yeah, I did. They do that. The Big Brother players do that. New Year's Eve cast. Come on, man. You're Gen Z. You guys are kings and queens of the nickname, of the abbreviations. Y'all don't type anything out. Fail for not knowing that. All right, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell.